Charlie. Charlie, thanks very much for this tale. Father Simon and the Choir of Compassion.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm thinking also a PG certificate. Also, he's slightly disgusting, so...
Is it food problem or...?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So maybe a 12 if you're eating.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to prejudge, says Charlie, but I don't see forgiveness here. But regardless, here we go. My tale harks back to what is now regarded as different times.
Yep.
However, some blame lies with my dad, who was raised in what can only be considered as very different times.
Yep.
Or the olden days, as they were known. While I sat innocently occupied by Swap Shop, or Tiswas, I would be informed of how back in the olden days, those of rickets, diphtheria and licking the malt off the spoon, he and his friends would make their own entertainment, like singing songs around the piano, also making catapults out of balsa wood, also racing caterpillars and maggots on specially made race courses made of paper and matchsticks. Like you said, different times.
Yeah.
However, one method of home entertainment sparked my interest and set me on my way to emulate his past exploits. Every day for the following week, I visited a local retailer on the way home from school to see if he had the required items for entertainment. And daily I was disappointed, until finally, on a Friday, he passed over the counter a carrier bag of fun, a carrier bag of entertainment, a carrier bag of adventure. It's one carrier bag, but it's full of fun, entertainment, and adventure. I happily carried the bag home to show my mum, who was quite revolted about my free bag of chicken's feet. Now, these are cooked and eaten in many countries, as you probably know, Father Simon, and I had a bag of them. I told you it was disgusting. Once you got hold of your chicken feet, you could pull the clammy white foot into a claw. This was great for chasing younger sisters around the house.
Oh, good, yeah.
Or gripping unsuspecting people on the shoulder with. The next day, Father Simon, was a Saturday, and the day of the school's summer fair. So along with a few friends, I cycled up to the school, the full intention of making as many people squirm as possible. Needless to say, we soon got bored of tapping people on the shoulder with a claw or gripping pencils with our chicken's feet. Plus, we had a big bag of them, and it was a hot day, and our fingers were getting sore, constantly dipping in to grab the tendons. We needed to get rid of chicken's feet, and so this leads me to where I now need to beg for forgiveness. It's not from the people who found a chicken's foot or two in the carrier bags of tat they picked up at the summer fair. After all, when did a bit of raw chicken ever do them any harm?
Right.
Nor do I ask forgiveness from anyone who had a chicken's foot fall out of the toilet roll holder at school on the Monday. No, Father Simon, I humbly beg forgiveness from the innocent owner of what I would now call a beautiful Triumph Stag convertible. Which probably then I would have called a beautiful Triumph Stag convertible, because that's what it's called. He, and it being different times, it probably would have been a he, would have, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, would have returned to his pride and joy to find the wheel of said car, the steering wheel, being gripped at 10 to 2, like the driving instructor tells you, by chicken's feet. The handbrake held chicken's feet, and the gear knob casually leant on by the claws of this Chinese delicacy. Hopefully you found the ones under the seat and in the glove box before they got too funky. And as for the ones hidden in the folds of the soft top, well, convertibles at the time were known to be difficult to get up in a rush, so he would have had plenty of time to get them out before they rained down on any unsuspecting passenger. Or maybe he didn't, and some foxy date got into the car and had a surprise shower of Chinese claws rain down on their fancy clothes. I await your absolution, but I think, as I mentioned at the beginning, I may well be pushing my luck. Well, let's find out. Charlie, thank you very much for tonight's tale, which was, as you might remember, called Stick a Deck Chair Up Your Nose.
Yes.
This is a reference to the chicken song by Spitting Image. Anyway, Sister Susie, voice of responsibility, what do you say?
No, Charlie, I'm not even going to go into too much detail. It was disgusting and you shouldn't have done it. Not forgiven.
Oh, right, okay. She got an eye on the clock.
Clearly. Oh, right. Oh, really? Oh, right. Well, I'll just go on for 4 minutes then. Here's the thing. I mean, I do have a simple rule. If it ever involves people with convertibles, you're always forgiven. Because, frankly, you've got it coming with your convertibles and your cravats and your pencil-thin moustaches and whatever else it is people
drama
in...
degrees.
Yeah, the drama degrees.
Your berets.
And let's also say, the claws were at 10 to 2, so highway code compliant, and on the handbrake as well. So, definitely forgiven.
Because it was safe and everything
It was
else.
safe, in control.
People's